Um, we are having a load shedding here, as you can see now that there's a shadow behind me. So we're gonna be having a class today. Um, so I'm gonna be sharing some stuff to do with you. Um, so today we'll be doing I want to share so today we'll be doing module 1, which is industries in South Africa. So now the learning outcomes. Now after completing this module, now you should be able to state and explain now the phases of industrial development, to state the factors that contribute now to industrial development, describe now the events between the two world wars that contributed now to industrial prosperity. Now the topics now, the phases, branches, and factors of industrial development in South Africa, events between the world wars. Now the industrial development of South Africa now can be divided into 3 phases. For the period preceding the First World War, which is 1870 to 1914. Now the period between the First and the Second World War, which is 1914 to 1945, and the period now after the Second World War. The 3 factors now which caused a rapid change in the economic structure of South Africa in the 19th century is the development of diamonds, the discovery of gold, Anglo-Boers, 1899 to 1902. You must know them again, the 3 factors which caused the rapid change in the economic structure of South Africa. The first one is the development of the diamond, the discovery of gold, and Anglo-Boers 1899 to 1902. Now the 4 branches now of industry made the most important contribution to industry before the First World War. We've got the wagon building, we've got the bakeries, we've got the grain mills, and we've got the breweries again, which are the 4 branches of industry made the most important contribution of industry before the First World War. Now 6 factors now which contribute to the industrial development of South Africa in the post-war years. But now the redundant and cheap raw materials now from agricultural, mining, forestry, and fishing industry. Entrepreneurial skills, establishment of gold mines at Witwatersrand, Import Control Institute by the government, higher national income, population growth, entrepreneurial skills from immigrants. Now, what are these? These are the 6 factors which contribute to the industrial development of South Africa in the post-war years. So now this, when they ask you question, guys, they will need all 6 of them. What you can do by answering, you just say redundant and cheap raw materials from agricultural, mining, forestry, and fishing industry. Entrepreneurial skills, and again I've got establishment of gold mines at Witwatersrand, and again we've got import control instituted by the government for the higher national income, population growth, entrepreneurial skills from immigrants. Now, the biggest concentration of industry is situated in Joburg, which is, sorry, Gauteng. The area situated near the electricity supply source, now near large water supply and near the steel industries and markets of vegetarian. Oh, sorry, having a class, sorry. The economic consequences now of a new mining industry before the First World War. The development of railway system was situated. These are the economic consequences of a new mining industry. Now, the development of railway system was stimulated. Skills, foreign capital, and knowledge, as well as unskilled people, flocked now to the mining fields of Gauteng. Remember now, when the new mining industry was formed, remember they have to transport now whatever they are mining, if it's gold or if it's diamond, they have to transport it from point A to point B. Hence, now there was development of railways. Again, the skills, foreign capital, and knowledge, as well as unskilled people, now flocked to mining fields of Gauteng. SA farmers found a large new market now to their farming products because now most of people now they tend to come to South Africa again, of which now they decided now to buy some stuff which was found here in South Africa. And now other industries now were stimulated to provide soap, candles, hose, and special mining needs. So those are the economic consequences now of the new mining industry before the First World War. Now, the establishment of events that characterize now the industrial prosperity between the two world wars. The two world wars of 1914 to 1918 and 1939 to 1945. SA now was isolated from its suppliers. Now the country was forced to manufacture many products to supply in its own needs as well as its allies. Now, establishment of a central bank in 1920. Now, it took 10 to 20 years before now it influenced now the industrial economy. Establishment of ESCOM in 1923 to supply the country now with cheap electricity and thus help development, industry, agriculture, and transport. We have cheap electricity. Now electricity is more expensive and even expensive in shipping. Now establishment of ISCOR in 1928. Now for further industrial development since beginning of production in 1934. The establishment of IDC in 1940. The establishment of many industries now were helped by IDC, e.g., like for instance, State Bank, Sasol, and Safari. Okay, now we have four main industrial areas of South Africa. We've got Gauteng, we've got Western Cape, we have got Durban and Pinetown, we've got PE and Uitenhage. Now the reason why there is an accumulation of industries and population now in the main industrial area of South Africa, what are the reasons? Imports and export branches now have increased in magnitude. Now factories now have the choice to decide where they want to locate them, and it is mainly the market, the purchasing power now of the consumers. How did import control stimulate the industrial development, or did it stimulate the import control? Now, new government of 1948 now implemented strong foreign exchange and import. Now, this policy now led to extensive increase in home production. Steel and iron industry now became the main supply. Okay, now if you can test your knowledge now, I'm gonna give you at least 15 minutes to do this. State the three factors now which caused a rapid change in the economic structure of South Africa in the 19th century. Okay. State three factors which caused a rapid change in the economic structure of South Africa in the 19th century. Now state the four branches of industries that made the most important contribution to industry before the First World War. Number three, state six factors now which contribute now to the industrial development of South Africa in the post-war years. That means after. Okay, let's see if we have any point. Okay, now if you do me a favor, please answer those questions. And come back again and give you some few answers for 1, 2, 3. Please try to answer those questions. Try to answer those questions. Okay, guys, we are back. I hope you managed to solve the questions that are sent there. So now let's carry on and proceed. Module 2, basis of an organization. Shareholders, board of directors, chief executive, production manager, we've got the finance manager, the human resource manager, marketing manager. So here now you must be able to describe staffing, delegation, responsibility, and authority. You must also be able to explain policies and procedures now which facilitate good working relations. Now the topics, the formal and informal organization, um, expectations of employees, organogram, that means the pyramid organizational structure. Now, three obstacles now which may arise in a large undertaking. Now, personnel now do not see themselves as part of the company. Duplication of functions now may occur. Tendency of special personal corporations now and distance between them. Explain the difference between a formal and an informal organization. Now, they will ask you to explain the difference between the two, and also they might also give you 4 marks for explaining the difference between the two. So now when you're studying, you need to make sure that you go each and every aspect of, if they say you must list, you need to list. They say you must tabulate, you need to tabulate. So that means you need to know all of them. And then here on industrial orientation, they don't normally ask for two. If you have four, they will ask for four. If they give you three, they will ask for three. There's no way they will give you three and then ask for two. So that means you just need to know all of them. If they give you three, you just need to study all of them. Do not cram, you must read to understand as well. Okay. So now we've got three obstacles which may arise in a large undertaking. Already went through that. Now explain the difference between a formal and an informal organization. Now, formal is a system having now an established structure in which people now work and deal with one another in a coordinated manner. Informal organization now determines group functioning and set informal group goals and no say from management. Formal authority in an organization is, what is a formal authority in an organization? Formal authority now is only coupled now to the post, not to the person. Reason why now subordinate would be forced to bypass his supervisor with a personal problems. When security now and safety is important, fear now for the supervisor due to bad relation between them. When the working tempo should be accepted, so it should be accelerated. When workers now are uninformed about procedures, when the supervisor now is not available. Those are the reasons why now a subordinate now will be forced to bypass his supervisor with the personal problem. The likely conduct now of an employee who is not accepted by an informal group is there is a strong possibility that now he may leave the group to seek acceptance in another group. Now, line organization meaning and purpose. The meaning. organization is indicated now by a direct line from senior to subordinate. Now, the purpose now is to serve as a line of communication and to pass information, orders going down, and reports of results going up. Now, there are four reasons why your misunderstanding now occur between workers in a small undertaking and in a large undertaking. What are the reasons? What are the four reasons? Workers now are in close contact with each other and normally communicate now on an informal basis. So that means they don't do like some emails, formal communication. They talk face to face. Now, instructions now and other information now are quickly passed on. Work can be coordinated with ease. The results of the workers now efforts are easily recognized. Errors now are easily detected, and immediate corrections action can be taken. Sort of corrective action can be taken. Now, factors which limit the number of persons over which a supervisor now can effectively exercise control. Abilities of workers, distribution of workers in the company, the type of complexity of the work. Again, five things every worker expects from his work. Guys, you see these things, they will ask you all of them. They will say give four reasons why your misunderstanding occur between workers and small undertaking than a large undertaking. They will say again, list three factors which limits the number of persons over which a supervisor can effectively exercise control. And again, they will say list five, not four, not three, five things every worker now expects from his work. So if you don't know five of them, maybe you know three, that means you'll only get 3 out of 5. So it's best to know all of them. Now, five things every worker expects from his work. We've got safety at work, good working condition, meaningful job, and pleasant teammate again. So that means you must also expect you to be able to work as teams. Again, you must also work under good conditions. Acknowledgement as an individual, possibility of progress. Now, there are two advantages which can arise from contact among workers, between workers and supervisors, and among supervisors themselves. So it helps to resolve bottleneck, and then enables quick corrections and dispersal of information to the advantage of work. And we've got formal organization. Formal organization is a system having an established structure in which people now work and deal with one another in a coordinated and cooperative manner for the accomplishment of recognized goals. If you can see there, we've got a triangle. Starting there on top, we've got the CEO, vice presidents, middle presidents, and we have workers. Now, the pyramid organizational structure, we've got the general manager. Under the general manager, we've got management, we've got engineering, legal, we've got staff department, staff, we've got marketing and sale. Those two, we've got sale order supervisor, and we've got advertising supervisor. And then under the sale order supervisor, we've got the E supervisor, the C supervisor, and the W supervisor. Problems now that may arise if there is no cooperation between the formal leader and the supervisor. Now, there is a waste of time, decline in profit, interruption of production, because now the message that will be sent from the informal leader and supervisor. So that means all the information that is sent, they won't be received because there is misunderstanding between the two. Maybe there's no cooperation between the two. Again, there'll be duplication of work, decrease in sale as well. So problems that may arise when workers receive instructions from one or from more than one supervisor. Workers now are in doubt about what has to be done because the other supervisor might be saying this, whereas the other one is saying this. So workers might end up being confused on which role or maybe which order to obey. Um, Discrepancies occur. So those are the problems that may arise when workers receive instruction from more than one supervisor. So again, you must test your knowledge again here. Explain the difference between a formal and informal organization. 8 reasons why a subordinate now will be forced to bypass his supervisor with a personal problems. 5 things every worker expects now from his, every worker expects from his work. So guys, if you can see, they ask all of them. They don't ask two, they don't ask one, they don't ask four, they ask all of them. So it's very advantageous to know all of them if you're studying. So again, I'm gonna give you another time, test your knowledge and try to answer these following questions. And if you can see, if you try to answer these following questions, that means you are also like training yourself as well um, on how to answer these questions. Just in case here they are being asked on a question paper. Okay, I'm gonna give you again another time to answer or maybe to attempt these questions. Okay, guys. Um, I waited and I waited and waited, but no one is speaking. So as for now, I think as for today, um, we will only stop here on module 2, and then coming from next week, I'm gonna do module 3 again, which is the creation of wealth or money. Okay.